Your Country 1039 KGRT. That's Farmer's Daughter from Rodney Atkins.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It is, of course, question of the day time. And our question of the day, well, involves a perfect summer. Yeah, that's right. According to a new survey, the perfect summer requires spending 14 days with loved ones, watching 8 sunrises, taking 11 dips in the ocean, and spending time with family and friends. Yeah, that would be one of the recipes for a perfect summer. In fact, spending time with family and friends, about 44%. Having outdoor barbecues, 43% of that. Longer days, warmer weather, swimming, all of it. And those are some of the most loved parts of summer, according to this survey. So that's a pretty good recipe for a pretty good summer. I'm not quite sure about the 8 sunrises, although most of the sunrises I've watched were just because I was up all night, that's for sure. But they were very interesting. Good stories there. Might have to tell you sometime. But the ingredients for a perfect summer, what are they? I'm going to tell you this right now. Mandatory for me, probably got to have the grill out for sure. If I don't get the grill marks and that smoky flavor from some meat being cooked on the grill, then it's not summer for me as well. And of course, heading out over to the parks and some of the stuff, just hanging out with friends and family is definitely one of those things. But my question for you today is, what are your ingredients for the perfect summer? Is there something that you definitely have to make it a pretty good summer? Yeah, here we are in the middle of the summertime right now. And if you're going to get your recipe together for a good summer, time to get it done. So what are your ingredients for a perfect summer? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. We are live on our social media pages, including Facebook, X, YouTube as well. So go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day, because, you know, according to a new survey, the perfect summer does have a recipe. I want to know what your ingredients are for the perfect summer. Let me know your answers for our question of the day. All good. So, what is it, right? Is it the grill? Is it getting out the barbecue grill? Is it hanging out by the pool or hanging out at the beach in the ocean? Does that make for a perfect summer? Or is it, quite honestly, you know, the picnics, the family get-togethers? I can remember as a kid that heading out over to McGaffey for the weekend, either doing some fishing or just hanging out in some of the picnic areas and stuff like that, getting a baseball game in there. They used to have a baseball field out there, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know if they actually did that on purpose or not, but it was pretty cool. And yeah, it is one of those things. Okay. I see. Sorry, I just got a notification. Apparently, we are not live on X. So, yeah, that'll be just perfectly fine with me. So, let's see. You already got a notification from Mom. Said the perfect summer involves an air-conditioned house. Nice and cool. Good answer, Mom. Good answer right there. So, yeah, Mom says that it has to do with air conditioning. That makes the perfect summer. And I can't argue with that one. I really can't. But I do just remember with a kid, a lot of my summers spent riding my bike outdoors, heading to the baseball fields. We used to live near some fields. So that was always a blast. Pretty much hitting every concession stand that I could, because sometimes they had different stuff sometimes. But that was always a good summer for me. These days, like I said, if we don't get the grill out at least a few times during the summer, then it's not really a summer. I do agree that nice, cool air conditioning or used to be hanging out by the pool was always a blast. But what about you? What are some of the ingredients for a perfect summer? Go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in, 575-523-5478. That's 575-523-KGRT, or just leave your comments down below as well, and let me know your ingredients for a perfect summer. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world. If you're an AT&T customer, well, they say that hackers stole about 6 months worth of call and text records from nearly all of their customers. It's a significant security risk now exists for millions of Americans. Wow, that's scary. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and his wife Brittany are expecting their third child. Congratulations. Just stay with the kids and don't worry about any more, Super Bowl wins. That's what I would advise Patrick Mahomes. Also saw that Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden are selling their Beverly Hills mansion. If you are in the market for a farmhouse-inspired mansion that has 7 bedrooms, 8.5 baths, and separate guest house, it's going to run you about $17.8 million. Let's see. KFC has launched a new line of sunglasses, right, for those bright summer days. The Kentucky Fried Chicken collection has red and white stripes. The shades are available online. And it looks like the Columbus, Ohio Zoo recently welcomed 2 Tasmanian devils. The pair, both females, arrived in the Devil Art Conservation Facility in Australia. So that is pretty darn cool. And gonna kind of end on a little bit on sad note. It was a crazy weekend. I heard about Dr. Ruth Westheimer and Shannon Doherty as well. And of course, a lot of people know Shannon for Beverly Hills 90210. I was a big Charmed fan, and she is 53 years old, and it is just a little frightening because I'm 53. Yeah. So that is one of those things that kind of makes you think about the mortality. Plus everything else that happened this weekend. Time is a weird thing, and we are in a crazy world right now for sure. But I'm not going to go ahead and go off on any of that right now. Right now, I'm just looking for your answers for our question of the day. What are your ingredients for a perfect summer? Mom says that it absolutely has to start with air conditioning. Let's see. Text message here. Got to have some form of racing for me to have a perfect summer. Hey, summers at the track, that is a good thing as well. That is a whole lot of fun. So, I would say that's a pretty good ingredient there, especially around here. So let me know your answers for our question of the day. What are your ingredients for the perfect summer?